What's up, YouTube? This is Brian Pfeiffer, marketingmeathead.com. So you've been hacked. In this video, I'm going to tell you what you need to do next. All right, welcome back. So take a look at the screen here. This says deceptive site ahead. Notice the domain here, marketingmeathead.com. That is my blog, and that is not a good thing to see when you land on somebody's blog or website. You don't want to see this deceptive site ahead. So what is it? What do you do, and how to fix it? Okay, that's what this video is all about. I'm the Marketing Meathead. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe and bang that notifications bell. Like this video. I teach you how to make money online and a lot of tricks and hacks and how to run a successful online business on this channel. And if you like the content, make sure you like the video and share it with your friends. All right, so here we go. I'm going to leave a link to both these pages down here. I'm going to show you guys below. And this is directly from Google. This is the transparency.google.com, safe browsing. And this talks about the malware and phishing, the mess that's going on the internet right now. And talks about what malware is. Basically, it's just like illegitimate software that is basically put into your computer or your site without your permission, and it can steal like private information, email, passwords, that kind of crap. And I'm going to show you an example how my computer is actually hacked right now, and my developer is going to be working on it after this video to fix it. Okay, we had a major hack about 2 weeks ago. They got in. We don't know exactly how they got in, but we think it's through some kind of probably free plugin. So be very careful with the plugins you use on your WordPress site. I wouldn't recommend using anything free. Go for the paid version if there's a paid version, and you're more than likely going to have some support and whatnot if it's a paid version, and probably a little bit better security. But we think they came in through a plugin. They ended up getting into the root of our server, and mind you, my server had over 20 some websites on it. Some were very high-ranking, authoritative websites. My Halloween event was on that site, or on that server. My New Year's event was on that server. My bachelor party company was on that server. All our affiliate sites were on that server. And they got into the root. And once you get into the root, it's a mess, okay? They were going in and they were running phishing websites off the domains that we owned. The sites were down. It was a complete mess, okay? My developer about had a stroke. My business partner, Ross, he pretty much lost all the work he's done for like the last couple years as far as sites we built, and it was detrimental to the business, no doubt. In fact, I was down with John Cristani a couple days ago. We were doing some video shooting down in Palm Springs, and he told me he got hacked as well, and this group that hacked him was so sophisticated. Basically what they did is they hacked his server, and they got into the root, and they said, hey, listen, if you want your server back and you don't want to have to go through all the headaches of redoing your entire server like we had to do, then you have to send us half a Bitcoin. So basically they have this operation probably overseas somewhere in some country that has very little, as far as U.S. goes, authority goes. And what they do is they actually have a team of people. The hackers go in, and then the hackers let probably like some kind of sales team go in, and then the sales team, once the site's hacked, they go in and contact the site's owner and basically have a ransom. And if you don't pay the ransom, they're going to take your sites down and your SOL. In John's case, he was telling me that his backups were on the server too. And fortunately for us, a lot of our backups were not on the same server, so we were able to come back. It just took a long time. We lost a whole weekend of business because of it. But yeah, so he had to pay like half a Bitcoin, and at the time that was like $5,000 to get his stuff back, and that's how sophisticated these hackers are. Okay, so be very careful about the plugins you use, especially on your WordPress sites. They're super vulnerable. If you have a WordPress site and it ranks well, you're probably going to get hacked at some point. So you're going to learn a lot in this video here about what you need to do to kind of fix that. And you definitely want to work with a good hosting company. I work with Liquid Web. I do have an affiliate link below if you'd like to sign up through my link. I do make a small commission. But Liquid Web has a very good support team. They have a good migration team. When your sites do get hacked, you can usually get someone on the phone immediately and get back up and running fairly quickly. They do have a pretty good backup system as well, which we took advantage of, and we were able to kind of save the day with the backup system we had through them. And it is what it is. So what happens when you get hacked? I mean, you can see here, this is a huge problem. These are like all the unsafe websites that are detected, you know, in like a week here, per week. Okay, so this is, you know, fairly recent. This is all the way up to September 29th. 32,000, you know, phishing websites. Okay, and let me show you something right here. This is interesting. Okay, here's my regular Facebook profile, one of my profiles, and if I'm going to go log out here, you're going to see that it goes to this page. Okay, this is not Facebook. Okay, this is a hacker of some sort or some kind of malware that is been put into my Chrome browser, and this thing's been phishing my Facebook passwords. Okay, so I don't know how this thing got in here. I really have no idea. I don't know if a hacker got into my system. I don't know if it came through something, but this should not be this. This is not Facebook. Okay, this is like a fake Facebook. Okay, and if I go log in, facebook.com/login, this is what I should be seeing. Okay, this is real. This is real Facebook, not that other screen. So I've been like fighting, like having to change my passwords on Facebook through all my Facebook profiles, like constantly. And whenever this hack or malware is pulling my passwords, it shows up immediately as basically a fraudulent login in like Virginia of somewhere. And like, so Facebook makes me change my password immediately, and then like it seems like a few hours later I was having to get like a new password, like did it again. So it's been pulling my passwords, and now that I've been bypassing that screen and just going to the login screen, it hasn't been a problem, because whatever malware is in my browser, my Chrome extension browser, that was phishing my passwords is gone. So it's possible that these hackers came in through my computer and somehow got into one of my WordPress sites and then got into the root that way. So there's no way to tell, okay? But we got hacked, and that's what it looks like when you have issues. So be very cautious here. This is crazy. You know, if I refresh this, you're going to see that it's the right page. It's the login page. But if I go to facebook.com, this is not Facebook. This is some kind of like basically fake. Okay, this is totally fake. This is not. It looks real, okay, but the blue's not right. And you click on this stuff here, it actually takes you to Facebook, and see, look, there's some kind of security check going on. So there's a phishing site going on here. Something screwy, okay? Totally screwy. So I got my computer or Mac expert going to be going in and trying to get this thing out of here. Whatever it is causing this. He's going to be working on it tonight. But that is the actual site you need to log in, not that other crap, okay? So that's an example of malware or some kind of phishing going on right here live on my Mac right now. And it's really freaking annoying, okay? So if your site, I'm going to include this link below here. This is another one here. This is this is what my site should look like. Okay, it's working now. I got rid of that deceptive, this thing here. I got rid of this deceptive site ahead, and this is what it should look like. One way you can check your site, you can go to this transparency report here. I'm going to put this link below, and you can put your domain in here, and you can click enter, and then that's going to take you and show you if you have any issues on your site. I've got no issues on my site now, so that's a good thing. And if you go to the Google Search Console, if you have been hacked and you have that deceptive messages, you want to go into the Google Search Console, which is where you're going to be able to take steps to basically submit. You're going to have to fix your site first. You're going to have either have a coder figure out what's going on with your site, where the malware or the phishing is coming from. Hopefully you can just have your site backed up, and you can just take your old copy, get rid of the new copy when the hacker came in, and just delete it and take an old copy and put it back up. Kind of that's what we had to do. And then that old copy doesn't have all that malware and phishing stuff in there. And then once you get it up and running on, say, a new server, in my case I had to use a new server because of the malware and the root compromise, then what we had to do is you have to go into the Google Search Console and submit that your site is now fixed, and then it goes into like a manual review. They look at it, and then that's when they take the get rid of this deceptive thing off. And now this could take anywhere from a couple days. In my case, it took a couple days, like 3 or 4 days, and up to a couple weeks. Okay, my developer said he's had sites that have taken up to a couple weeks to get that removed. So, if that's a business site of yours, 2 weeks can be pretty detrimental to your business. So it can be very frustrating. But that's how you do it. So I'll give you guys all these links. The links about you're going to want to read this, the transparency report, the malware and phishing, and then this is where you can check your site, and this is where you're going to go ahead and, if your site's hacked, this is what you want to do. You want to go into the Search Console, and you want to go ahead and submit that after you've rectified the situation. In my case, I use Liquid Web, and they've been very good about doing a backups system. Make sure you don't back up onto your server, because if your server root gets hacked, they're going to get your backups too. Okay, so that's important. Make sure you know that. Yeah, now we're back up and running. We got the site working, the speed's working. I got rid of all the free plugins on there that could have been an issue. Went ahead and bought a couple paid plugins to get the speed up and stuff, and did another video on that. I'm going to do another video of that later in the week. But hopefully you guys got something out of this video. It can be a very frustrating and very stressful time when your site gets hacked. The best thing you can do is be with a good hosting company, and most of the time they're going to be able to help you kind of walk you through that. Make sure you have a really good backup plan in place. Definitely don't sit on that or sleep on that. It's very important, because if your site gets hacked, you can go back and use that backup, and that can be put back up in place of the site that's hacked in most cases. And hopefully you guys learned something today. If you like this video, make sure you like it. Share it with a friend if you find it useful. Just keep in mind, WordPress sites are very vulnerable. If you can get your sites hand-coded, which is what I have most of my big sites these days hand-coded, that's a way better option. But in some cases, WordPress has to be used. And just keep in mind that hacks are very vulnerable. So be careful with your plugins. Talk to you later. Bye.